The true Mason is not creed-bound. He realizes with the divine illumination of his lodge that as a Mason, his religion must be universal. Christ, Buddha, or Muhammad, the name means little. For he recognizes only the light and not the bearer. He worships at every shrine, bows before every altar, whether in temple, mosque, or cathedral, realizing with his truer understanding the oneness of all spiritual truth. Manly P. Hall, 33rd Degree Masons, The Lost Keys of Freemasonry, page 65.
The Freemasons have been an intricate part in the whole scheme of things. The power behind the Freemasons are the learned elders of Zion, in essence, the Jewish Sahedrin, which is an ancient occult secret society. The Freemasons were responsible for protecting the Knights Templar when they escaped persecution from the church in France in the 12th century. The Knights Templar is just a higher degree of Freemasonry within the Templar Order. They are actually a branch of the Order of the Quest, just as the Demole Society is a branch as well. Within the Freemasons are the core of the Illuminati. Their pledge is to strike down the church, the state, and the freedom of the masses. They equate the church, the state, and the masses with tyranny, intolerance, and ignorance.
The secret occult system of the Freemasons is founded on the mysteries of the Egyptian Isis, the goddess mother or wife of Osiris. Masonry, like all the religions, all the mysteries, Hermeticism, and alchemy, conceals its secrets from all except the adepts and sages, or the elect, and uses false explanations and misinterpretations of its symbols to mislead those who deserve only to be misled, to conceal the truth, which it calls light, from them, and to draw them away from it.
There are 33 degrees in which an initiate of Freemason can achieve. The degrees are the steps by which the candidate ascends from a lower to a higher condition of knowledge. At the lower degrees, the participants are misinformed and lied to about various things. The blue degrees, which are the first 3 degrees of Masonry, are the outer court or the portico of the temple. In the first degree of Masonry, which is the entered apprentice degree, the candidate are given an unadorned white apron which indicates purity of soul. In the second degree, which is the fellow craft degree, blue rosettes are added to the apron to indicate that progress has been made in regeneration. In the third degree, which is the Master Mason degree, it is the culmination of all that has been taught to the candidate in the 2 preceding ceremonies, in which further progress is emblematized by the increased blue adornments of the apron. Also by its silver tassels and the silver serpent, which is the emblem of divine wisdom, knitting the soul's new-made venture together. The other degrees are just as important. However, reaching certain levels within this secret occult can be difficult if they don't feel you are wanting to go along with their agenda. As they progress through the degrees, they are slowly being indoctrinated into the occult way of thinking. In the 19th degree of the Scottish Rite, it is referred to as Grand Pontiff. This is where Masons attend a pageant and they reenact part of the Book of Revelations. The 25th degree, which is the Rite of the Royal Secret of the Scottish Rite, and it is called Knight of the Brazen Serpent, in which the 12 signs of the zodiac are illustrated, and a tall cross encompassed by a serpent is in the east. The master retires to call upon God and then returns bearing a symbol of salvation, being a brazen serpent intertwined about the tau and a cross. It is given thereafter to the candidate as a symbol of faith, repentance, and mercy. The 30th through the 32nd degrees are traditional and chivalric degrees. They are degrees of illumination, with the 33rd degree being the most important and sought after by the illumined men. The 33rd degree is the highest publicly known degree in Freemasonry. 33 signifies illumination and freedom from religious superstition. They analyze this by using the human vertebrae because it contains 33 vertebrae in the backbone. This includes the cranium, which is located on the top of your head, which constitutes intellect.
Ralph Anderson, a 32nd degree Mason, further expounds on the hidden symbolism of Masonry. Masonry may be defined as a system of symbols, a collection of allegories, and a pictorial form which veils and hides a truth so general and universal that man cannot live without it. An allegory is a story which is susceptible of two meanings: an outer one which captivates the fancy and engrosses the attention, and an inner one which conveys to the initiate some basic cosmic and human truth by which a man hides or veils an inner spiritual reality. The Masonic temple work abounds with such symbols, and through them is revealed to the intelligent Mason the story of his own progress and also the history of the race of men. The newly received brother has come into a world of emblems or symbolism, and whatsoever takes place therein has a meaning behind it, being one which is not always indicated on the surface.
If the Freemasons' religion must be universal, and they bow at every altar, as explained by the 33-degree Freemason Manly P. Hall, who is it that the Freemasons truly worship? In the Freemason compass symbol, there is a G in the center of it. Most people think it stands for God, but it really stands for the Grand Architect of the universe. Now, who exactly is the Grand Architect? He is called the Light Bearer, aka Lucifer. This is the light that the Freemasons are seeking. In the Freemasonry, they believe that Lucifer and Satan are two different entities, and that it is Lucifer they serve and not Satan. But we all know that they are one and the same. The following are quotes from Freemason leaders that prove that the Freemasons serve and worship Satan. Lucifer, the light bearer. Strange and mysterious name to give to the spirit of darkness. Lucifer, the son of the morning. Is it he who bears the light? And with its splendors, intolerable, blind, feeble, sensual, or selfish souls? Doubt it not. Albert Pike, Morals and Dogmas of the Ancient and Accepted Scottish Rite of Freemasonry, page 321, 19th degree of Grand Pontiff, red emphasis added.
That which we must say to the world is that we worship a God, for it is the God that one adores without superstition. To you, Sovereign Grand Inspectors General, we say this, that you may repeat it to the brethren of the 32nd, 31st, and 30th degrees. The Masonic religion should be, for all of us initiates of the higher degrees, maintained in the purity of the Luciferian doctrine. If Lucifer were not God, would Adonai and his priests calumniate him? Yes, Lucifer is God, and unfortunately Adonai is also God. For the eternal law is that there is no light without shade, no beauty without ugliness, no white without black. For the absolute can only exist as two gods, darkness being necessary for light to serve as its for as the pedestal is necessary to the statue and the brake to the locomotive. Thus, the doctrine of Satanism is a heresy and the true and pure philosophical religion is the belief in Lucifer, the equal of Adonai. But Lucifer, God of light and God of good, is struggling for humanity against Adonai, the God of darkness and evil. Albert Pike.
Manly P. Hall, 33rd degree, page 48 of The Lost Keys of Freemasonry. When the Mason learns that the key to the warrior on the block is the proper application of the dynamo of living power, he has learned the mystery of this craft. The seizing energies of Lucifer are in his hands, and before he may step onward and upward, he must prove his ability to properly apply energy.
Now, since we know that the Freemasons are responsible for the whole scheme and makeup of things, we now know what we are up against: Satan's imps. Not every Freemason is aware of the going-ons in their lodge. However, those of a higher degree are fully aware that they are serving Lucifer. They basically are a bunch of warlocks, wizards, and sorcerers casting spells on the public at large, and many are blindly supporting and following this cult of Satan.